This podcast is sponsored by Uncomfortable Ideas by Bo Bennett, PhD. Challenge your beliefs and embrace the uncomfortable. Discover the power of confronting ideas that push your boundaries. Get the book or enroll in the online course today at uncomfortable-ideas.com.
Ethical concerns around big data analytics, questioning profiling and consent. Explore the ethical challenges of big data analytics, profiling without consent, and why we must question data-driven decisions impacting our lives. Ethical issues in big data. Analytics, casual conversation. So imagine this. All around us, there's this massive collection of data being gathered constantly. Every click you make online, every purchase, every swipe on your phone, it's all being recorded somewhere. This isn't new, but what really gets me thinking and honestly feeling a bit uneasy is how this big data is used for profiling and decision-making without us even consenting. And yeah, it feels like an uncomfortable truth we all need to face. Think about it. Companies, governments, and even advertisers create profiles about us based on our behaviors, habits, and perhaps even things we never intended to share publicly. What's troubling is that these profiles don't just stay in the cloud, they influence real-life decisions, from the ads you see to job opportunities, loan approvals, insurance rates, and more. It's like someone's playing judges and jury with our lives, but we're only vaguely aware of it, if at all. I'm a skeptic here, especially about the lack of transparency and consent. The big data game seems to prefer the grab first, explain later approach. And let's be real, most users never read those dense privacy policies, assuming their information is safe or used ethically. But it's not just about being safe, it's about fairness and respecting individual autonomy. How would you feel if a decision impacting your financial future or health insurance was made by an algorithm designed from a profile you didn't even know existed? This is what makes this topic a perfect example of challenging the status quo. We're living in a world where personal data is the currency, yet very few questions are asked about the ethical framework governing its use. And here's where things get even thornier, the risk of bias. Algorithms might reflect the prejudices of their creators or the data fed into them, potentially reinforcing existing inequalities. If someone's data shows, say, a lower income bracket, that person might automatically be declined for a service or charged more, without anyone looking at the individual's actual circumstances. This kind of automation might sound efficient, but it comes at a cost. Fairness and empathy often get left behind. Now I get it. Data analytics can improve predictions, personalize services, even help in areas like healthcare and crime prevention. But when it happens without informed consent or transparent processes, we end up with a system that's almost opaque to the very people it impacts. That's why this topic demands more than a shrug and just accept it because it's progress. There's a lot to unpack here, and it certainly calls for some uncomfortable conversations. Are we ready to accept that our personal choices and traits are mined and dissected without permission? Are we comfortable letting machines, which rely on imperfect data, dictate parts of our lives? The thing is, sometimes embracing discomfort is exactly what we need to stir the change that ensures accountability and respect for privacy. One resource that really made me rethink this issue is the book Uncomfortable Ideas by Bo Bennett, PhD. It's a thought-provoking read that pushes you to explore different perspectives, especially on these kinds of offensive topics that many shy away from. It challenges you to question assumptions and, importantly, consider the ethical implications of our tech-driven world. If you're curious or skeptical like me, I really recommend exploring the book now. There's no better time than today to start understanding these difficult questions. At the end of the day, we're dealing with powerful tools that have enormous potential, but those tools need to be wielded responsibly. If we don't advocate for better ethics in big data analytics, we risk normalizing surveillance and discrimination masked as data-driven decisions, and that's a future I don't want to accept quietly. So yeah, next time you find yourself scrolling endlessly through your feed or shopping online, just remember, your data is out there, being used in ways you might not even realize. Question it, talk about it, get uncomfortable with it, because that's how change begins.